The Seiko Alpinist stands as one of the most affordable and unique watches ever made, regardless of price. This is not just another tool watch, it is a masterpiece of engineering and design that punches so far above its weight class that it challenges the entire hierarchy of the watch world. When most people think of exceptional watchmaking, names like Rolex, Patek Philippe, and Omega come to mind. But here is something that might surprise you. Only 2 watch companies in the entire world are considered truly vertically integrated. That is Rolex and Seiko. One of these brands will cost you $50,000 for an entry-level piece. The other, you can get in for under $1,000. The Alpinist story begins in 1959, when Seiko first introduced what would become legendary among collectors. This was not just another sports watch, it was specifically designed for the Yama Otoko, Japan's mountain men, who demanded equipment that could survive the country's treacherous peaks. While other manufacturers focused on dress watches and simple timepieces, Seiko engineered something revolutionary. The watch that would achieve cult status arrived in 2006 when Seiko released the SAR B0117, the green-dialed Alpinist that changed everything. With its distinctive forest green sunburst dial, cathedral-style hands, and gold accents, this watch looked like it belonged in a completely different price bracket. At just $350 retail, it offered sapphire crystal, 200 meters of water resistance, and an in-house automatic movement with hacking and hand-winding capabilities. What makes the Alpinist truly unique is not just its build quality or stunning aesthetics. It is that bizarre crown at the 4 o'clock position that controls one of the most unusual complications you will find on any watch. This is not a magnetic compass like you might expect. Instead, it is a solar compass that relies on the position of the sun relative to your location. Point the hour hand toward the sun, then rotate the inner compass ring so the letter S for south sits at the midpoint between 12 o'clock and your hour hand, and the directional markings show you true compass bearings. Think about that for a moment. Seiko engineered a genuine navigation tool into a watch that cost less than many people spend on dinner. This kind of complication typically gets reserved for specialized military timepieces or high-end adventure watches costing thousands. The technical specifications tell only part of the story. The 6R15 movement beating inside the SAR B0117 delivers 50 hours of power reserve, operates at 21,600 beats per hour, and includes 23 joules. Unlike Swiss competitors relying on outsourced ETA 2824 or Solida movements, Seiko doesn't just assemble these components. They manufacture literally every single part in-house, from the case and dial down to the batteries, capacitors, and even the quartz crystals they grow themselves. Harvard Business School recognizes Seiko as the only mechatronic manufacturer in the world, a company that excels in both mechanical watchmaking and microelectronics. They operate their own CNC machine facilities, write their own software, refine their own oils, and produce their own alloys for hairsprings. From spring drive technology to traditional mechanical movements, this level of vertical integration has no precedent in modern manufacturing. For years, the Alpinist remained Japan's best-kept secret. It was exclusively available in the Japanese domestic market, creating a forbidden fruit scenario that drove international collectors to desperate measures. Watch enthusiasts would arrange complex import schemes or pay hefty premiums to third-party dealers just to get their hands on one. Online forums buzzed with speculation about when Seiko might bring the Alpinist to international markets. This exclusivity bred a fervent global following. The SAR B0117 became shorthand for affordable Seiko magic, a watch that delivered premium materials, in-house manufacturing, and distinctive design at a price that seemed almost insulting to established luxury brands. Then came the devastating news. In early 2018, Seiko announced that the SAR B0117 was being discontinued. Almost overnight, what had been a $350 watch started climbing toward $900, then past $1,200 on the secondary market. Collectors who had been on the fence suddenly realized they had missed their chance at one of the greatest value propositions in watchmaking history. The market response revealed something profound about the Alpinist's appeal. As one enthusiast noted, the appeal of the Alpinist has always been less about the specs and more about the spirit behind it. A field watch that is both way overbuilt and oddly elegant. It was designed for serious outdoor use, yet refined enough for the boardroom, rugged enough to survive a mountain expedition, yet sophisticated enough to pair with a suit. While competitors like the Tudor Black Bay or Sin 556 offered similar field watch capabilities, none matched the Alpinist's unique combination of features and value. The discontinuation created a curious phenomenon. Investment tracking shows the Seiko B017 has performed 42.4% better than the brand average over 5 years, with a risk score of just 23 out of 100, indicating low risk as a collectible timepiece. This is unprecedented for a modern production watch that was not initially marketed as limited or special. Seiko eventually responded to international demand by introducing the SPB1021 and other Prospex Alpinist models in 2019. These watches carried forward the essential DNA, the rotating inner compass bezel, the distinctive dial layout, and robust construction. However, they were marketed as Alpinist-inspired rather than true Alpinists, and the magical $350 price point was gone forever. The naming convention bothered purists. After decades of the Alpinist name representing a specific philosophy of watchmaking, seeing Alpinist-inspired felt like dilution of the brand's heritage. It suggested that these new watches were somehow lesser versions of the original concept. 2025 has brought redemption. Seiko unveiled a complete refresh of the Alpinist line, with 3 new models that restore the Alpinist name to the dial in vintage script lettering. The green and gold SPB 507 directly continues the SAR B0117 lineage, while black and teal variants offer fresh interpretations of the classic design. The new models feature the updated 6R55 movement with 72 hours of power reserve and improved finishing, including Zaratsu polishing techniques and a gold rotor visible through the display caseback. At $900, the new Alpinist costs significantly more than its predecessor, but it remains an extraordinary value proposition. Consider what you are getting: sapphire crystal, 200 meters of water resistance, an in-house automatic movement, a unique compass complication, and build quality that rivals watches costing 5 times as much. The case has been slightly refined to 39.5 millimeters with improved proportions while maintaining the essential character that made the original so beloved. The Alpinist's success reveals something important about modern watch collecting. In an industry increasingly dominated by hype and artificial scarcity, here is a watch that earned its reputation through genuine merit. No marketing gimmicks, no celebrity endorsements, no artificial limitations, just exceptional engineering, distinctive design, and honest value. The compass feature alone sets it apart from virtually everything else in the market. While other brands focus on adding smart features or precious metals, Seiko created something genuinely useful for its intended purpose. This is a watch that can actually help you navigate in the wilderness, not just tell you how many steps you took. What makes the Alpinist story so compelling is how it challenges conventional wisdom about value in watchmaking. Here is a watch from a company that manufactures more timepieces than almost anyone else, yet it achieved cult status typically reserved for rare, limited productions. It proves that innovation and craftsmanship matter more than artificial scarcity or brand prestige. The Alpinist represents something pure in modern watchmaking, a tool watch that actually functions as intended, built by craftsmen who understand their trade, offered at a price that respects the customer's intelligence. In a world of overpriced fashion accessories masquerading as timepieces, the Alpinist stands as proof that true value still exists. This is why the Seiko Alpinist remains one of the most unique watches regardless of price, because it delivers something that money alone cannot buy. That is authenticity, purpose, and honest craftsmanship in an increasingly artificial world.